Hello once again, Rich Gray alongside Bob Kemp as the Cardinals eke out a thrilling 27-24 hold on.
Shouldn't have been a hold on thrilling
That's
win.
true, we'll get into
but
that.
But they won.
That is the second. They win, they move to 5-4. They're in the thick of the NFC playoff hunt.
Carolina beats San Francisco though.
I know, that's not good for the Cardinals. But we'll start like we usually do, offense, defense, special teams. Offense, up and down again. Turnovers a problem, especially with that big fumble towards the end of the shot.
That's true, and they're really fortunate they didn't have about 3 pick sixes in this game. There were a couple that were flat drop. Fitzgerald did a tremendous job saving one for Palmer, and the passing game is still a venture. The running game has gotten somewhat better in some spots. Interesting, after the Mendenhall fumble, that it was Ellington and Taylor in the game, and running back the rest of the way. So I don't know if that's a precursor for the future, even though Arians says it's not, but he didn't put him out there after that, so we'll see. But clearly special teams and defense, they won the game with special teams and defense tonight.
And the defense got off early, first play of the game, a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Abraham's got 5 sacks in 4 games now. I was asking him after the game about whether he just understands things better now, and he talked about he had a shoulder injury earlier in the year. And he's healthy now, and he thinks that certainly has a lot to do with his production of late. The other thing is certainly the fact that after some turnovers or one special teams, I wouldn't say gap, but not a great special teams play, the defense forced field goals and didn't give up touchdowns. And Bethel gets another block on a field goal, and Zastadil is hard to imagine anybody's better than he is in this league right now as far as punting goes.
You mentioned the defense, though. They did a really good job. Now, granted, Arian Foster didn't play today, but they did a really good job taking away the foot and forcing Case Keenum into some bad situations.
Well, and I think what they really did, the first part of the game, it was pretty much I think it was easy pitch and catch for Houston, and the Cardinals, quite frankly, really couldn't cover him. Todd Bowles really dialed it up in the second half there, especially. I think towards the end of the first half, he maybe got a blueprint of what to do the rest of the game, because they started sending guys towards the end of that first half, and they sent a lot of people in the second half. And reminded me of the Carolina game here when they got after Newton in the second half, and he had no clue what the heck they were trying to do. You got a rookie. I don't know if he has the freedom to audible very much. I doubt if he does. And based on, it was pretty obvious where some of these guys were coming from, and he didn't audible out, so I'm wondering how much of that he was allowed to do. You got a play caller for the first time in a full game with Dennis replacing Kubiak, and I go that all played into the fact Cardinals' favor, but they got to be smart and be aggressive and take advantage of those situations, and they certainly did that.
So Cardinals win 27-24. Going back to Saturday, ASU rallied late. It looked like it was going to be one of those road games where ASU comes up just a little bit short, but they did find a way to sneak out of Salt Lake.
I never really thought they were going to lose, because I just didn't think that Utah was going to score anymore. So give them enough possessions and they're going to score eventually. And they got a couple big plays finally. Their offensive line has got to play better the rest of the season, no matter who they're playing. I thought that they were shoved around quite a bit there. They had 10 tackles for loss and they allowed 6 sacks, but they made enough plays. The defense did a tremendous job, certainly in the second half after they gave up the second touchdown there. So, like I said, I thought they were going to win all along. Really did. I didn't have it's kind of a strange feeling, but I didn't have any faith in Utah's offense, and obviously. Wilson was hurt to some extent, and that certainly helped things.
Now for the Sun Devils, they got Oregon State, UCLA, U of A coming up left on their schedule. U of A, UCLA played on Saturday in Tucson. Wildcats lose, so now it really appears it's going to be that showdown in Pasadena for the Pac-12 South between ASU and UCLA.
Most likely, depending, UCLA's got a couple games. This SC game for them is going to be a tough game. They're playing much better now, needless to say. I don't think Oregon State's going to be much of a contest because they can't protect the quarterback. So Mannion is pretty much immobile. So I think that ASU has a major talent advantage of that side of the ball against the offensive line of Oregon State. So I don't think that's going to be much of a game, but certainly the game in 2 weeks in UCLA and the Rose Bowl will be great.
So we'll have plenty of post-game reaction tomorrow's Sports Zone. What else should we expect?
That's about it.
Okay.
We'll have some basketball. Top of the last hour.
That's true.
The playoff-bound Suns, and you got the final
tank.
Four. Got the
tank.
Final Four bound U of A, I'm told, by some of my comrades at Tucson. And you got the NCAA tournament bound Sun Devils, so we'll talk about all that tomorrow also. Yesterday? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean Monday.
Into the future, looking ahead.
Sorry when you get this age to not look ahead. If you try to look ahead, but it's easier to look behind. So, whatever that meant.
Whatever that
means, I'm really old. I don't know what the hell I'm talking
I think
about.
that also means we should probably wrap this up.
Right now? I'm on a roll here.
I'm Rich Gray. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Sports Zone on NBC Sports Radio, AM 1060.
Now?